You ever get some reports yet and you'll hear people say, oh, Stacey, the patient is a handful, That patient is a high maintenance. Them call about everything. And sometimes I wonder, Lord, what am I going to do when I get that patient? But I always tell people, no, I don't really want to hear them stories there, because when I go and I lay down my foundation, my rule to my patients, them understand. Realize some providers, they will do certain things that it don't really make no sense for me. This is some provider, I order patient diabetic medication. I miss them order for 13 days. Who order medication for 13 days? Who order medication for 17 days because of 17 days left in the month? I don't really understand it, but yeah, because probably that person is going to be handed off to somebody else. Just all of the 30-day medication and done. All of the 90-day medication and done. Don't look at it to say that, oh, you're not going to be working with the patient for the next month or so. Just think of it that the patient is going to be without medication and you're providing maintenance treatment for the patient over the next couple of days, because there's a high possibility that the patient might not have a provider. You're just offering your service for a little extended time. And that's how I look at it. So sometimes you will realize that the patient is calling you because what? You're the last person they remember. You're the last person that they encountered. And so they need a refill. So if you only give them 13 days and them have a provider for the next month, what will happen? Them is going to call you. Them is going to bother you because they need a refill. They need medications. They need a referral. So that's when it sounds like they're a bother. For me, I don't have a problem writing a 30-day prescription for a psych or some pain management. I don't have a problem writing a 90-day prescription. At the end of the day, the patient needs it. The patient has an indication for it. 30 days is good enough for patient to find a provider. Transition of care. So whether or not the patient is going to be with me, 30 days is pretty okay for your chronic medications. So sometimes I'll hear people say, oh yeah, this patient is like, difficult. I haven't really had those kind of difficult. A lot of times the patients are the sweetest patients. I'll hear that, oh, this patient called me a million times. First of all, they ain't calling me. But these patients aren't calling the office to say, hey, Stacey, I need refills, because they're getting their 90-day refills. They're getting their, quarterly blood test. Every 6 months, they're getting blood tests done. No questions asked. So things are good. They don't really need any bunch of things going on between me and them. Hello, how are you doing? I said to them, I'm going for work, I feel like, say, I was too prepared. When you're overconfident, too prepared. So I tell my preceptor that, yeah, man, I have this thing under control. In my mind, I was so ready for today. Yeah. She was very confident about me going in and doing this thing on my own. So I knew how to do it on the computer, like prep my charts on the computer. As me say, me have an AI thing that is just like making life so easy. So anyways, we have 5 patients we go see today. So guess what? This girl going in with my tablet, thinking that the web version and the mobile version is almost the same. So anyways, when we reach our work, it was a good thing that I walk with both my laptop and my tablet. Girl is always prepared, so I always walk with a bag of things. That is one thing with me. I always have a ton of things. If it's not in my bag, it's in my car. So while I'm there, I'm on the computer. I say, how is it that I can't find this thing that I'm supposed to use to start the note? And when I look at the time, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, me not start the patient yet because I try to prep the notes and I can't prep the note. So I start get anxious because the time I run out. I never plan to spend 3 hours at the facility. When me look at 12 o'clock, me not start no patient yet. And I really wanted to start prepping the note because I know that I type a lot. I know I chat enough. Yes, I talk a lot. So when I see my patient, I dictate a lot. So if I can get the note going while I walk to the other patient, I can easily just dictate all of that information, and it saved me all that time when I get back into my car from dictating. So I wanted to just go ahead and prepare that note. But the computer wasn't having it today, or the tablet wasn't having it today, and so that delayed me a lot today. The moral of the story: prep yourself, prepare for your yard. You understand? And sometimes you're very, very confident. Yes, it will hurt you because it happened to me today. I was so confident and ready to go off, go off and take on all the patients by myself today. But I never realized that the web version and the mobile version of the EMR that we're using, yes, there's a slight difference. So my preceptor say she didn't even realize, because we were there. She was helping me and she never realized that the mobile version is totally different setup from the web version, because she was like, oh, I'm gonna have to let IT look at your mobile version because it's like so different. And it was like after she was like, let me just check on mine. Let me just check on mine and see what it looks like. And it was at that time she realized that, oh, this is what it is like on mine as well. Because she's always using the computer. She's always using her laptop. So we learned it, today. And it was pretty easy. When we finally got it, it was pretty easy. So I was able to do all of those. And now I have three more charts to do. But otherwise, it was pretty okay. I learned my lesson today. But as I say, go ahead and prepare your charts. As I'm always like, writing things down in my book. I have my little book here that I write things down in. And so I don't miss a beat with my patients, the assessment plans. So I did that from earlier today. But in terms of not doing that on the computer, so it makes my life a little bit easier. When I went in, that was missing. But I was in a rush this morning because I was exercising, and then I had to go to another facility to do orientation. And so that kind of took up my time, me running behind the clock. And yeah, it was just a lot this morning. So I totally forgot about doing it. And then because I say, you know what, I know how to do it, so it was going to be very easy, but it wasn't. But it was an okay day. Wasn't that bad. I never went and did any house call duties today. So hence, you see, me depressed deep down because my mind is still on my patients. But it's not so bad today because the patients I saw, they were all in a good mood. But yeah, I'm still a look a job. I still need something. I still need something else, that will bring me some form of fulfillment. I need something else that will bring me some form of fulfillment, because some days doing house call not giving me that fulfillment that I'm looking for, honestly. I don't feel like it's giving me the fulfillment. I do love, being there for the patient, but some aspect of it. But anyways, we're not gonna go into that little depressing side of nursing. Let me go and finish this note, or let me just end this video and then do our next video. Life.